For centuries, the ability to delve into the human mind to truly read thoughts was relegated to the realm of pure fantasy. It was a concept explored in myths and legends, a power attributed to oracles and seers. It fueled countless stories about psychics with extraordinary abilities, superheroes wielding mental powers, and stage performers who captivated audiences with seemingly impossible feats of mind reading. These were tales of the extraordinary, far removed from the everyday reality. But now, technology is rapidly catching up to our wildest dreams, blurring the lines between science fiction and reality. What was once considered impossible is now within our grasp. Today, scientists and engineers are diligently building sophisticated systems, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. These systems are designed to translate the brain's complex electrical signals, the very language of our thoughts, into something tangible, something we can see, analyze, and ultimately understand. This groundbreaking research isn't about smoke and mirrors or elaborate magic tricks designed to deceive the eye. Instead, it's firmly rooted in the power of raw data, meticulously collected and analyzed, and sophisticated algorithms capable of deciphering the intricate patterns of the human brain. We often talk about the final frontier being outer space, the vast expanse beyond our planet. But in reality, the most complex and mysterious frontier lies within us, within the intricate folds of the human mind itself. Just imagine the possibilities: typing an email with effortless ease, controlling complex machinery, or immersing yourself in a video game, all simply by thinking. But with such power comes immense responsibility. What if your innermost thoughts, the very essence of your being, were no longer private, vulnerable to intrusion and exploitation? We stand on the precipice of a technological revolution, a paradigm shift that will redefine our understanding of consciousness and human potential. This revolution has the potential to unlock unprecedented human potential, to enhance our cognitive abilities, and to revolutionize the way we interact with the world around us. But it also threatens to open a Pandora's box of complex ethical dilemmas, raising profound questions about privacy, autonomy, and the very nature of what it means to be human. The journey to this point has been a long and arduous one, marked by countless hours of research, experimentation, and innovation. From the first rudimentary brainwave discoveries, using cumbersome and imprecise equipment, to the development of sophisticated AI algorithms that can reconstruct images directly from our thoughts, we've come a long way. Understanding this historical path, appreciating the challenges overcome and the breakthroughs achieved, is absolutely key to grasping where we're headed and the implications of this technology. So let's delve into the intricate details of this groundbreaking technology, examine the key players driving this revolution, and confront the shocking truth about the potential future of your mind. The age of mind reading, once confined to the realm of science fiction, is rapidly becoming a tangible reality. Over a century ago, a groundbreaking discovery was made that would forever change our understanding of the human brain. Scientists discovered that our brains, far from being silent processors, produce electricity. This revelation opened up an entirely new avenue of exploration into the inner workings of the mind. These electrical signals manifest as tiny pulses called brainwaves. These waves, fluctuating in frequency and amplitude, became the key to unlocking the secrets of consciousness and cognitive function. This meant the mind, once considered an intangible enigma, had a measurable signature. It was no longer just a philosophical concept, but a tangible entity that could be studied and analyzed through its electrical activity. The first tool to harness this electrical activity and translate it into something meaningful was the EEG, or electroencephalogram. The EEG works by using a cap of electrodes that detects faint electrical ripples through the scalp. These electrodes, carefully placed on the head, pick up the subtle electrical signals emanating from the brain. While EEGs couldn't directly read thoughts, offering a window into the specific content of our minds, they revealed the underlying rhythms of brain activity, providing valuable insights into different states of consciousness. They could distinguish when someone was awake, asleep, or deeply focused on a task. For paralyzed individuals who had lost the ability to communicate through conventional means, early brain-computer interfaces, BCIs, using EEGs were nothing short of life-changing, offering a glimmer of hope and a pathway to reconnect with the world. These BCIs allowed basic communication through the translation of brain signals into simple commands or text. It proved, for the first time, that the brain could directly talk to machines, bypassing the need for physical movement or speech. However, the technology was still in its infancy, and therefore slow and limited in its capabilities. The primary challenge was that the skull muffled the delicate brain signals, acting as a barrier to clear communication. This made it difficult to get clear and accurate readings of brain activity, hindering the development of more sophisticated BCIs. It was like trying to hear muffled voices through a thick wall, making it hard to discern the nuances of the message. To see deeper into the brain and overcome these limitations, scientists knew they needed to develop new and more advanced tools. This need for greater precision and clarity led to the next significant leap in brain imaging technology. The quest for clarity, for a more direct and unobstructed view of the brain, pushed researchers to look beyond the skull and explore alternative methods. The next breakthrough in brain imaging would change everything we thought we knew about the human mind. Enter the MRI, or magnetic resonance imaging. The next major breakthrough in our understanding of the brain came with the advent of MRI, or magnetic resonance imaging. This technology offered a non-invasive window into the living brain, a stark contrast to previous methods that relied on post-mortem analysis or indirect measures. MRI works by using powerful magnets to track blood flow in the brain, allowing us to see which areas are more active than others. This was a game changer, providing unprecedented detail about brain function. When a brain region is active, it needs more oxygen to fuel its processes, and MRI maps this activity in real time, showing us the dynamic changes occurring within the brain as it performs different tasks. This opened up new avenues for research and clinical applications. Functional MRI, or fMRI, takes this a step further. It lets scientists see the living brain in action, no surgery required. For the first time, researchers could observe the brain as it processed information, made decisions, and experienced emotions. Researchers could now link specific thoughts or memories to precise brain regions, creating a map of the brain's functional organization. This allowed for a deeper understanding of how different parts of the brain work together to create our conscious experience. This was a revolution, a paradigm shift in neuroscience. It was like having a weather map for the mind, allowing us to predict and understand brain activity in response to different stimuli. Soon, computers began decoding what brain activity meant, using sophisticated algorithms to analyze the complex patterns generated by fMRI. They started matching patterns to images or ideas, essentially reading the mind through brain scans. But MRI machines are huge, slow, and not portable, limiting their use in real-world settings. They capture changes over seconds, which is a relatively long time in terms of brain activity. This is not the split-second speed of thought, meaning that fMRI provides a somewhat blurry picture of the brain's rapid processes. Each scan requires extensive training for every user, making it a complex and specialized technique. To get real-time, high-fidelity data, scientists needed to get even closer to the source, to capture the brain's activity with greater precision and speed. The next step, the logical progression, was going inside the skull, a move that presented both immense opportunities and significant ethical challenges. The quest for direct access was on, driven by the desire to understand the brain at its most fundamental level. Enter invasive BCIs, or brain-computer interfaces, a technology that promised to bridge the gap between the brain and external devices. To bypass the skull's barrier, researchers began implanting electrodes directly on or in the brain. This invasive approach captures brain signals with unmatched clarity and speed. Paralyzed people have controlled robotic arms, even regaining a sense of touch. Companies like Neuralink aim to connect thousands of electrodes, merging mind and machine. The goal, not just restoring lost function but enhancing human capability. But brain surgery is risky, reserved for those with the most severe needs. As the tech improves, the line between therapy and enhancement may blur. Invasive BCIs are powerful, but they needed one more ingredient: artificial intelligence. That's what would unlock their true potential. Brain data is a chaotic storm, millions of signals firing at once. For years it was just noise until artificial intelligence changed everything. Machine learning became the translator, turning brainwaves into meaningful information. AI models are trained on massive datasets, learning to match brain patterns to images, words, or intentions. Now AI can reconstruct blurry videos of what someone is seeing, or turn imagined speech into text for paralyzed patients. The AI isn't just matching patterns, it's learning the language of the brain. This translation is what makes modern BCIs so powerful. Even consumer headsets rely on algorithms to filter noise and interpret intentions. The tech is still young but improving fast. As AI gets better, mind reading will become faster, more accurate, and more detailed. The brain's code is being cracked one thought at a time. Brain-computer interfaces are leaving the lab and entering everyday life. Consumer-grade BCIs are now on the market for gamers and tech enthusiasts. These devices let you control apps, games, or music with your focus or intention. The gaming industry is especially excited, promising new levels of immersion. This is the first step toward making BCI mainstream. Imagine a future where thinking replaces typing or clicking. As BCIs become as common as smartphones, the way we interact with technology will change forever. But as this tech spreads, new questions arise. When your thoughts become data, privacy and security take on a whole new meaning. Who owns your brain data? The commercialization of thought is here, and it's just the beginning. As BCIs go mainstream, we face a challenge like the early days of the internet. Security was an afterthought, and we paid the price. Now, our thoughts and feelings could become digital data. If your brain gets hacked, the consequences are unimaginable. Authoritarian regimes could monitor thoughts, criminals could steal or manipulate your mental state. Corporations could use subconscious reactions for hyper-targeted marketing. Our mental privacy is our last sanctuary. BCI technology threatens to tear down that wall. We must act now. Demanding security and ethics are built in from the start. Who owns your brain data? How is it protected? We need global guidelines and robust protections. The dream of mind reading is here, but we must avoid turning it into a nightmare. The time to secure our minds is now before it's too late.